Nikhil, Ganesh. What do you mean by multi-threading in Java? Anyone? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Running
yes.
Yeah.
multiple processes at the same time.
At the same time, without disturbing another process, right? Means
Yes, yes.
independently, sorry, multiple process will execute independently, right? So that's what multi-threading and how we can implement a thread process in Java, what are the procedures and what are the life cycles involved with it. That's what we're going to see. So process of executing multiple threads simultaneously. Okay, all these things you can note it down. Take a screenshot. An advantage can perform many operations together, so it saves time. Threads are independent. Remember that point. That is a important understanding required. Okay, you can have n number of threads. All threads are independent. No one will have dependency or anything with any other threads. Everything is independent here. Okay, life cycle of a thread. So have a look on the right hand side first. First you are creating a thread, new, runnable, running, non-runnable, and finally terminator. New means you are creating a thread, and what is the difference between runnable and running? So you can take an example of the running in the ground, right? So the runners will be in a position, they will be in a position to run. When the gun shots, they will start running. So when they are in a position to run, they are yet to start the run, ready to start the run, that is called runnable. And when they are really running, that state is called running. Non-runnable means when the thread is running, you have some requirement to pause the thread, pause for some time, or make the thread does to wait for some time till the some other process completes and notify the waiting thread or wake up the sleeping thread. All those things, wait, sleep, pause, all those things will come under non-runnable. So when it is in a state of non-runnable, it will move again into a running stage. Okay. So once the running completes, once the process or task or whatever you are implementing in the thread is completed, finally the thread is dead. It means it is terminated. So these are the life cycle of a thread: new, runnable, running, non-runnable, and terminated. Okay. And you can implement or attach thread with your class in two ways. Either extending a thread class, you can do it, or by implementing the runnable interface also you can do it. Okay, what is the difference between doing this means, if you are implementing a runnable interface, exactly, you can use only the interface with a method run. This is a functional interface. Yesterday itself we have seen runnable interface will be having only one method. So if you are implementing runnable interface, you can have access to only that method. But when you are extending a thread class, it is a class. So more than the run method, what all are the other steps is available in the thread class, you can use that also. So based on your requirement, which one is preferred, you can go ahead and attach or implement in that way. Okay, so either by adding a thread class or runnable interface. This is an example of implementing through thread class or implementing through runnable interface. First, have a look on the left hand side. I'm extending a thread class and I'm overriding the run method. I'm having a run method in it. Extending a thread class is nothing but inheritance, right? So when you are creating a run method, inheritance means it is already run method is available in the thread class, means you are overriding it. And inside the main method, same thing of your inheritance. You no need to create an object for thread class. Since you are already inheriting, you can create object for your class only, subclass only. So multi t1 equals new multi t1 dot start. It will start the run method. And in the right hand side, you can see implement runnable interface, which means you need to override the run method and have a look in the main method. The first thing, you are creating an object for your class, and you need to pass that object for a thread object also. You need to create an object for thread class as well. So inside the thread class, you need to pass the your class object in a constructor, and finally you can start the method. And in both of the main method, you can see you are doing t1 dot start, t1 dot start. But really, you don't have a start method here. You are having a run method. That is the interesting implementation with respect to thread. The t1 dot start is a runnable state. The start method will call the run method when if there is a run method. Then whatever the steps available in the run method is executing, that is called running stage. Okay, this is how thread will get implemented in a class. Any questions here, anyone? Yeah,
No, Vijay, no.
Nikhil. Okay, and one more thing, so a little bit associated with thread only we are going to see. In the interviews, you may get a question like this. Hmm. Okay, so in the interview, they may ask like how you can restrict multiple access for a method. A method is there at a time. N number of call can can happen for that method. If there is an addition method, int x comma int y, let us say inside the method you will write a logic return x plus y. Just let's assume that whatever the items you are having inside the method, it will take some 5 minutes to complete. When I'm sending 4 comma 5 value to add this 4 plus 5 and return the output to me, it will take 1 minute. அம்மா போயிட்டாங்களா? Okay. So there is an addition method x plus y. I am passing the data 4 comma 5 to add and return the data. Let us assume that it will take 5 minutes. Now I am calling the addition method. A process is going on. I sent 4 comma 5. The addition process started. Let's say 2 minutes only completed. Remaining 3 minutes is there. At the same time, Darnesh is also sending the data 10 comma 12. Now what it will happen? So there is a chance my execution may end. It will not return any value to me. It might take Darnish value and start processing it. There is a lot of chance to lose the data. So whatever I have sent, right? So to avoid this, at a time, only one request should be processed by the method. How you can make this possible? So in the interview, this is what they will ask. How you can restrict multiple access for one method. So the answer is straight away synchronized keywords. If you are making your method as synchronized, that's all. You don't need to do anything. Automatically, it will make the second request to wait till the first request process completes. Very simple to do. You need to add the synchronized keyword for your method. That's it. Okay. And this is a top level thing. And where and all you can play with the synchronized keyword, either a synchronized method, how you can create a method or block or static synchronization, what and all its behavior if you're having a synchronized method or synchronized block or static synchronization. That is what explained here. If you're having a synchronized method, that is what we discussed actually. It will restrict the multiple access for that method. If you're having a synchronized block based on object related, you are having some 20 or 30 lines. You are putting some 10 to 15 line only inside a synchronized block. Then multiple access is coming means all the multiple persons can access one line number 1 to 9 at a time. When 10th line, when synchronized block started, there it will restrict the access of multiple. Line number 10 to 15, whatever the code you put inside a synchronized block will allow only one process at a time. It will make rest of the items in a queue. Okay, that is how synchronized block will work. And static synchronization. If you're using synchronized with a static keyword, then the lock will be on the class level, not on the object level. Synchronized blocks is object level, but static synchronization is on the class level. So all these are types, but on the top level, you need to understand how a synchronized method used to be. Clear? Any questions now? Anyone? Okay. Who wants to share the screen? Dharnesh or Nikhil?